Yes, this is my real voice this time without me editing it to make it sound different, which I don't even know if that really made much of a difference, but anyway, this is going to be more of a little update / slight commentary style video because I just want to address something that's been going on Twitter and keeps getting argued about. Multiple people have recently pointed out to Colleen Ballinger and her fans on Twitter that using pill bottles filled with snacks as a toy for babies is not a good idea and ultimately unsafe. The reason this isn't a good idea is because filling an empty pill container with something safe like a snack can demonstrate that the contents inside a pill container is safe to ingest. This means they may start associating pill bottles with food and not understand that in reality pill bottles hold medicine that shouldn't be eaten. Colleen was first called out about using a pill bottle to hold snacks for her baby when she was traveling. She was doing a vlog and showing what she was packing.
And I have this for Flynn. In this front pouch, I want something quick and easy to grab that can entertain him. He loves anything that opens, shakes and rattles, anything with a lid that he can try to grab and pull and get off. This is, of course, a medication bottle. Now there are Cheerios inside, so my son can shake it, he can try to open it, and I can open it for him. It is child locked, and give him a Cheerio if I want to. So there's a lot of entertainment just within this little thing.
Soon after, in one of the Ballinger family vlogs, they're sitting at an airport and Parker is right next to her. Colleen showed the pill bottle filled with Cheerios, claimed that her baby likes to play with things that are hard to open, and said she washed it first and to, quote, calm down.
No, these are Cheerios. I know it just looked like I was like...
Just popping some Cheerios?
Cheerios. Okay.
I'm glad that you child-proofed the Cheerios.
Well, I was trying to find things that will entertain my son on a 5.5-hour flight, and he likes...
Pill containers.
No, just little containers that are hard to open, he likes. So I filled one with Cheerios. I cleaned it. Calm down.
First of all, that isn't a thing. Babies don't just randomly decide that they enjoy playing with things that are difficult to open, especially when they're just learning how to open and close things in the first place. Isn't he only like a year old? And lastly, the concern was never about whether the pill container was washed out or not. Yes, it's good that it was properly cleaned out, but the thing that people have been pointing out is that it creates an association between safe food and pill bottles, which can lead to danger later on. Recently, Colleen used a brand new pill organizer container as a toy for her baby, despite multiple people previously trying to warn her, as I mentioned.
Look at the box I made for my son. It's got fun sides. There's a light here you can turn on and off. There's a light here he can turn on and off. Yeah, it's fun, huh?
When people brought up the same issue again, she responded saying that the container was brand new and that the only things that had ever been inside were cookies and crackers, stating she would never put her son in danger. This means that once again she's saying pill containers are fine to use as toys because there's no residue from medication, instead of actually acknowledging what people have been trying to point out. Not only did Colleen block multiple people who pointed this out, but then many of Colleen's young fans on Twitter responded very aggressively, accusing myself and others of mom-shaming, being judgmental of someone else's parenting, being obsessive, being rude, being aggressive, etc., along with name-calling and other mean behavior. To be honest, this is a quite huge and unnecessarily spiteful response to people who are clearly just trying to notify and alert somebody of an issue. Instead of taking it seriously, it was met with a wall of hate and assumptions by both Colleen and her fans, when in reality it was just people trying to express concern and alert Colleen of something potentially dangerous, and then getting frustrated with her and her fans when they continued to bring up the residue thing instead of the actual reason for the concern. Some people tried to alert Colleen to this issue in a more educational and passive way, while others may have come across as more rude when bringing it up. That being said, it seemed like a lot of people were simply just frustrated with the fans piling up on them. When people explained to her fans the actual issue, most of the fans defensively responded with something along the lines of, Colleen would never leave pill bottles out where her baby could reach them, which is pretty naive. Colleen is a grown woman and she's living with 2 other adults. She also has her adult sister, brother, mother, and father visit quite frequently. To think that there would never be one single occasion ever where someone may accidentally leave their medicine somewhere in the house where her baby could reach it is ignorant. Accidents happen, people make mistakes, things get moved around, things get knocked over, forgotten about. That's just real life. This obviously got blown out of proportion and it really doesn't need to be this big of a deal. At the end of the day, I'm sure that everyone who initially pointed out that using pill bottles as toys is not a good idea has pure intentions and was seriously just trying to let Colleen know about it. Honestly, the reaction from Colleen's fans is a little scary. I don't think it's healthy that when people try to express something about Colleen that doesn't happen to be positive, her fans lash out in this way. Her fans automatically start assuming the person is mom shaming and telling them to mind their own business. They're incredibly defensive, saying things like, Colleen would know better, Colleen would never put her son in danger, Colleen knows what she's doing, etc. There was no need to be that defensive, because no one ever said any of those things to begin with. It's time to just calm down. Not everything has to be a fight. Not everything is a personal attack. Sometimes people just care, and there aren't any evil motives behind it. This seems to be a pattern with Stan Twitter in general, but especially for YouTubers that have audiences that are mainly kids and preteens. Their young fans idolize and worship them to the point where it blinds them from thinking outside the box and being open-minded, and leads them to believe that anyone that has an opinion or something to say that isn't purely positive about their idol is automatically being hateful and deserves to be attacked. This is simply just not true, and it's an unhealthy mindset to have. This mindset and attitude is pretty prominent across Stan Twitter, and is why a lot of people dislike Stan Twitter and will joke that it's toxic. I don't really know how to end the video, but if you listen this far, then thank you for letting me put my thoughts out into the universe, and hopefully some of you agree with me, and hopefully I don't get attacked in the comments for this. Also, please don't judge my voice cracking. I have a cold. I'm not just a preteen. I promise. Bye!